Hello, let's look at my astrocartography. I'm going to pull up my software and share with you why I'm moving from California to Miami and how it directly affects lots of things, business, love life, all of it. It's like the middle of the night right now. It's 11 p.m. and it feels like 2 a.m. because I just came from East Coast. I'm in Phoenix and I'm going to pack up my stuff. It's all here. Oh, there's different bags. And pack up tomorrow and take off the next day. Um, so this is kind of a temporary when I moved to LA and the fires happened like the next week and I have a good friend who was a past client in Phoenix and she's allowed me to come stay here and this is like and I've stored stuff and off-season stuff and just when I come into town and she's a professional organizer and Emily have built to be visible and she's helped me a lot in my journey. But anywho, let's pull up my chart here. I have this amazing software that I use with clients, obviously myself as well. So I really got into astrocartography. Actually, I'm going to share this for a second. I got into I actually had done a few astrocartography readings with a couple of people like years ago, and they were like awful. One guy told me to move to Baja California, like Mexico, and I went to Cabo and I absolutely hated it. Like ended the trip early. This other lady, um, kind of a waste of time. Basically, she told me to move to the middle of Brazil, like literally the middle of Brazil, like the Amazon. And then if I wanted to explore more, I need to book another session. Anyway, so I didn't really believe it. I was like, this, there's kind of something to it, but it's kind of bogus. And anyways, once everything happened with the fires and I had this whole journey with LA and kept having all these challenges happening in LA, I started to get really into like studying from my teacher Helena Woods and I got the software and then taking courses with her and now I do sessions with people, and also it's really impactful for your love life because certain places that you go can activate parts of your chart, like where you it could be easier to find love and date people, or even where someone could be from. So I just want to show you a bit of my chart. Why not? Okay, so here actually I'm gonna have to do the. I might see my messy screen. Okay. So this is my chart, and then here is the map. So yeah, there's all these lines, and that's why the software I invested in, it says Astro Gold, is so much better because there's like all these lines. Like even when you go to like astro.com, it's not completely accurate. It doesn't include all the lines. Anyways, I grew up here. I'm actually close to the main line is a Saturn line, which can bring a real seriousness to relationships and kind of requires a certain amount of discipline. Makes a lot of sense. Why Virginia can feel very heavy for me. And California, I mean, there's a number of different influences. All these parent lines. The most important ones are the long ones, and then the parent lines. They do have an orb of like I think it's 90 miles. Sorry, I have a cold. Anyways, California has this Neptune line, and it makes sense because there's like this really dreamy, it's a Neptune MC connected to my career, but it has this really like dreamlike quality to me, very spiritual. The thing with astrocartography is like it's not just the lines, it's actually not just when you travel somewhere, but if you actually uproot and move your life, like this is the astrology chart that you're born with forever. Um, but when you move somewhere, it can shift your chart. If you move over probably a few hundred miles or so. So you have kind of this like secondary chart, which kind of like guides the direction of your life from living in that place. And so this is my chart, but then when I moved to, I lived up here in Monterey. California is all pretty, like, mostly the same for me. It completely shifts the chart because all these planets were two, things move mostly like two houses over. So this is actually, here, I'll show you back my like my normal chart. The chart that I was born with. a lot I could say about that. But I will, but one of the most lucky placements, or probably the best placements in my chart, are Sun, Venus, Jupiter in the 10th house in Pisces. And so that is 10th house is a house of like career. And so this is an area that I shine. There's this connection to beauty and luck in the 10th house. And so, and yeah, so that's like a really great position for it to be in. When I move to the West Coast, all those planets move into the 12th house, and the 12th house is like the hidden house. 12th, so these planets like go from the of like amazing visibility to being like in the most shadow. So with this placement, and this is very true in my experience, like there's like a sense of a lot of deep inner kind of spiritual work, but like maybe not being as quite as bright as I'm used to being seen, particularly in my career. Um, Yeah, so I find like that especially it was like made yeah, just challenging my chart. And what's interesting is when I'm in Miami, and there's different influences in parents, but just like overall, things move one house over. So these planets end up in the 11th house, which is the house of like networking and community. Could also be connected to like kind of your at-large clients as well. So those like beautiful placements are all there, which is really great. And then you also change your rising sign. Again, you always have your chart, you refer what you're born with, but becomes kind of it's like second chart that affects your life. And so I become a Taurus rising instead of a Gemini rising and ruled by Venus. Venus is in the 11th house. So it's like a really powerful place for community for me, which was very much what I felt was lacking for me in California. Yeah, just like a real like powerful sense of relationships, even like with the parents and everything that I was looking at. So, gosh, a lot I could say with even just like love lines, certain places in the world really, yeah, it can really activate because they can activate different houses in your chart, like particularly things that connected with the fifth house, connected to that's connected to like dating, children, sex. Seventh house is very important because that's the house of like one-on-one connections and definitely your intimate partner. And when you get married, that becomes a house connected to your marriage partner specifically. So when you have um, planets that move into those places, it can, indicate a lot of movement in that part. Anyways, I'm exhausted. I'm in a challenge right now. I'm going to be posting and making a video every day for a week. And so I just wanted to get this done. So I'm going to go to sleep. Wish me luck on my move and to new community and increased visibility.